It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. With me, oh you know him, Shaquille O'Neal. You know this guy too, Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Cavaliers in Cleveland. And for Cleveland, they dropped the first matchup against this squad. They'll try to even the series in tonight's game. And already the grind of the new season starting to show. Shaq, how do you stay fresh for the long haul, both as a player and as just a massive individual?
Veteran guys, you got to know how to pace yourself. And minute restrictions, it really has become a bigger part of the game.
Yeah, I agree. So, injury histories, always taken into account now. This is why you have to develop depth.
How do you stay fresh for the long haul?
Oh, man, I have this drink I put together.
Oh, really? What is it?
Oh, yeah. It's a little, I take tomatoes, right? And I squish them up, and it gets real like tomato sauce. And I put that in. And then I take kale salad. I put that in.
You making spaghetti?
I put ginger in it.
Yeah.
Put that in. I put a little cayenne pepper in. A little bell pepper.
Sounds disgusting.
Ernie, he's making lasagna over there.
Sounds disgusting.
Can I get some of your lasagna?
Oh, man, it's the pepper. It makes you pep up.
Yeah, that'll do it for us. Thanks for tuning in.
Let's meet your Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup. At the center position, 6 feet 10 inches, number 13, Tristan Thompson. Starting at shooting guard, standing 6'8", number 1, Rodney Hood. Starting at small forward, 6 feet 7 inches, number 23, Joe Johnson. Starting at the other guard, standing 6'2", number 2, Colin Sexton. He's starting it forward from UCLA, number 0, Kevin Love! The head coach of your home team is Tyronn Lue. Cavaliers fans, make some noise for your Cleveland Cavaliers!
It's Eastern Conference time for the traveling Atlanta Hawks today. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Still out of the lineup is Jeremy Lin. They want him healthy.
Kevin, he went down a few games back, and quite frankly, it just doesn't look good. He's expected to be out for quite some time.
In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting 5 on the floor. On the court right now for the Hawks, the big men are Collins and Dedmon. Young and Bazemore team up in the backcourt, and it's Prince in at the 3. Here's Young, following the score by Rodney Hood. Here's Dedmon, and Dedmon throws it down.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away, 100% effort all the time.
So much tenacity. Really tries to outwork everyone around him.
So it's the Cavaliers now. after the basket by Atlanta. They get it back.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
Here's Prince. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. Prince has got his first bucket of the night. Sexton kicks to Johnson. Shoots from the baseline. Out to Hood. And there's the pass to Sexton. Floats one up. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Hawks have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Young, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the comparisons to Steph Curry, it's understandable. Young's shooting ability is off the charts.
Well, the Cleveland Cavaliers went to their 4th straight finals last season. To me, nothing short of remarkable. They had to fight their way through an improving Eastern Conference. And the reality is, the Warriors have more talent than everybody else, and that's why they win the NBA Finals.
And that one falls for Young. And the Cavaliers were strong, Doris, but ultimately were overmatched by the Warriors.
And think about their journey to the finals, Kevin. In the East, they had 2 series go to 7 games. LeBron James, think about how many years he has played basketball so deep into June. He had played 82 games in the regular season for the first time in his career. And the bottom line was, the Warriors entered the season as the prohibitive favorites and ultimately end up champions.
Now here's Thompson. Pass to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
Well, Kevin, we know Joe Johnson is a dynamite scorer from the mid-range. You better stay attached to him in that area.
Young dishes to Bazemore. Prince the pass to Bazemore. Dedmon kicks to Collins. Prince outside. Takes a 3. Thompson with the rebound.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Count the basket.
Well, Johnson continues to score against aggressive defense. Boy, he's made a living out of difficult shots.
Here's Bazemore after Joe Johnson's score. Young outside. And stolen by Hood. Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And while we've got this moment here now, let's take a look at last season's leaders in converting turnovers into points. Number 5, the Hawks.
And this team, in terms of scoring off of turnovers, that became the identity. I mean, they really look to disrupt and cause problems defensively. And boy, do they take advantage on the other end.
Now here's Bazemore. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, Kev, he was a standout on the backboards that night and got a number of big rebounds.
Yeah, bad shot there. The trust is lacking. You got to be willing to make the extra pass.
I'm not sure why he doesn't continue to move the basketball. Would have served that team much better.
Now here's Prince after the miss from Joe Johnson. Bazemore misses. Let's send it over to David Aldridge, who caught up with head coach Lloyd Pierce. David.
I asked him what reasons he cited for their disappointing record so far. He said, it's not so easy to put a finger on. I think we may lack the killer instinct of some of the better clubs. We haven't displayed the confidence to finish teams off even when we have them on the ropes. It's been a rough year for them, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
And anytime you come off the bench, you know your role. And that night, it was about scoring.
Well, there's no doubt. They were sharp on the offensive end. The bench guys just did a sensational job bringing their A game.
And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. They went to Cleveland for their last meeting with the Cavaliers, and they came out with the win.
Their last game against this squad, they won out thanks to some big contributions from the bench.
Yeah, that second unit was fantastic in the last meeting. They infused a ton of energy and, somewhat surprisingly, a lot of points production.
To the wing on the left. Ball's knocked loose. Just 5 to shoot. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. To end the drought. The shot, no good. Good D by Love. Johnson finds Hood. Back to Johnson. Dedman with the block. And they get it back. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Wasted no time on that one.
How about the vision from the crafty little guard? Young excels at realizing when his guys have clean looks.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And here's Love from the arc. The rebound by Young. Atlanta leading by 3. Passes it to Bazemore. Young against Clarkson. And the basket is good.
He's smart at using the screen there to just create space. Young, very reliable in that pick and roll.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Thompson passes to Hood. High post shot. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, can't find the target, but good work to get into open space inside the arc.
And when you watch Collins play, Greg, you just can't help but notice how athletic he is going to the rim.
Man, his hang time and ability to throw it down make him an ideal finisher inside. Very efficient because he's not only a strong finisher, but also enjoys attacking the rim. And does a great job, I think, of picking up misses, just being a pest for the defense.
Vince Carter, he's checked in for the Hawks. And the foul on Kent Bazemore. That's his first foul. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Nance, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Corver comes in for Joe Johnson. And George Hills subbed in for Hood. Lenz checked in for the Hawks. So timeout called here, the first for Cleveland. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
And guys, they just got so many good looks in that one. And the defense never able to affect their offensive rhythm.
Well, I think the defense from the other team was simply porous. There's no other way to put it. So many openings, and they made them pay for it.
Stolen by Len. Young outside. He kicks it to Carter. Yep, that one goes in there. Now it's a 7-point Hawks lead.
And not just sustaining the lead, they're adding to it.
Right, and this is precisely what you want to do. Build up the lead and keep the pressure on.
Yeah, you look at George Hills' game, and he doesn't wow you in any way, but he's a complete basketball player. Strong outside shooter, but might be most valuable defensively. Often regarded as one of the best defensive guards in the league.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. And with Hill and his defense, perhaps what is best about it is that he can guard, Greg, both guard positions, and that makes him valuable.
Yeah, and that flexibility gives a coach and his lineup so much leeway. Hill has a great wingspan, about 6'9", and can be very disruptive defensively. Very good at fighting through screens to stick with his assignments as well.
There are so many great open floor players in this game. Who would be the scariest player coming at you on the fast break?
Kevin, I can't limit this to just one. Are you kidding me? How would you like to have LeBron James bearing down on you at 6'8", 250+ plus pounds. Or the length of Giannis Antetokounmpo, who can cover from one end of the floor in the other in 4 or 5 strides. How about if Russell Westbrook's meeting me at the cup and he can dunk on my head? Or the young, talented Donovan Mitchell. I don't want any part of any one of those guys.
What great names, and you're right, runaway freight trains, each of them. He gets it in there.
George Hill, such an accurate shooter in catch-and-shoot situations. He's always ready to let it fly.
And Young kicks to Carter. Pass to Anderson. Here's the teardrop. The shot, no good. Cavaliers go the other way with it.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Clarkson against Carter. Lets a floater go, and he sinks the layup. Carter's got his second bucket tonight.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Hill kicks to Love. He dishes it to Korver. It's Hill, top the key. They get a hand on it. Young with the steal. And now here comes Young leading the break. And Anderson slams it in.
I would call this guy a power wing who likes to finish at the rim. Justin Anderson, dangerous from that spot.
Outside Korver. Out to the wing. Here's Clarkson. That's in there. Love with the assist. Clarkson's got 5 now.
And Kevin, what you love about this is there's an unselfish nature to Kevin Love's game, and I believe that's contagious.
Here's Len. Nance with the rebound.
Oh, a lapse defensively, and they actually get away with it. Bad idea to leave him open consistently, though.
Inside. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And let's take a quick look now at some stats for Love. He's coming off an excellent season. 12th in rebounding, 12th in free throw percentage, and he was also extremely dependable behind the three-point line, finishing the season among the top 20 in three-point percentage.
And we talked about how strong he was on the boards, going hard at it at both ends last year, really helping out his team. And the call will be against Alex Len. That's his first foul. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Love right side. Len with the block.
And Kev, you see the agility of Alex Len in good position for the spot.
Tries yet again. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
You know, guys, when you think about Kevin Love, you have to think about all of the attributes he gives you on the offensive end. He's a knockdown shooter, can hit from anywhere on the floor, but he still knows how to go body to body inside and get an easy bucket, and all of that is critical to what they do.
And that one falls for Love. And Love, one of the more versatile players on the offensive end.
Right, Kevin, and it doesn't just end with his shooting and scoring. Kevin Love pressures the glass and will get you extra possessions with great regularity.
Both free throws good from Kevin Love.
Boy, he's just been so consistent, right? I mean, every time he's gotten to the stripe, he's delivered. This is great stuff.
Young against Hill. Back to Young. Shot clock at 5. Fires the 3. And that's collected by Love. Love's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Hill kicks to Love. The pass to Clarkson. Hill against Young. From deep three-point range, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And where the shots been coming from tonight? Here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Hawks.
And when you look at that chart, concentrate for a second on what they're not doing. They're not getting a lot of threes from the corners. That's something that has to change. Makes it much easier to defend the team when you know they can't score from the corner.
Hawks passing it around. Anderson in the post, working on Love, and the rejection by Love. Carter. The Hawks again can't hit. Cavaliers trailing. Outside Korver. He feeds it to Love. The dish now to Clarkson. That's in there. Love with the assist. Love's got 3 assists tonight.
You know, I like how he's getting involved in the offense. He's picking his spots and making his shot attempts count.
Now, here is Young. 7 points in the game. Chalk up 2 there.
And the work ethic coming into play there. Yeah, I like how Young can just focus on the task at hand.
Love outside. Dishes it to Clarkson. It's stolen by Carter, and they're moving it up. Herter. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Love.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
For Atlanta, they have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. And he makes the first.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
He's perfect from the line this time.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so it's Hill with it. He brings it up for the Cavaliers. Trailing by 4. Love right side. With 1 on the clock. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Guys, just pure strength from Kevin Love. The defense just not good enough.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. 1 shot.
That free throw good from Kevin Love.
And what I love about Mr. Love is that he's become an absolute workhorse, a guy who accepts his role and gives everything to that role on a nightly basis. Absolutely love the adjustments he's made over the course of his career.
We've got more in store for you right after this. A top performer in clutch situations. Joe Johnson discusses his mindset when the game is on the line.
For me, not wanting to let my teammates down. I've always been kind of thrust in that position. For the most part, man, I just try and take my time. Nobody's really helping on the last second shot. Nobody wants their man to score, so it's just a mano a mano, and luckily I've made a few.
I'd say more than a few at this point. Joe Johnson has shown, Greg, that he's capable in the clutch.
And size and shooting touch, two things that age well in our league. He can still get it done.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
I mean, they're winning the turnover battle, and oftentimes that can swing things your way.
Well, you really like the activity on the defensive end. Outstanding jumping into passing lanes and coming up with steals.
On the court for Atlanta. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, with all the turmoil in the Cavs locker room last season, some wondered if head coach Tyronn Lue's job could be in jeopardy. Despite leading the team to its first championship in 2016, Lue, like a lot of coaches, finds that his future in the NBA is always subject to speculation. Kevin?
All right, D.A., thank you. Well, Greg, for Atlanta, it was out with the old and in with the new for the point guard position for the Hawks.
And Hawks were able to trade down and still get the guy they wanted in Young. See him as an impact guard to build around for the future. Had to move Schroeder to free up space for Young, but this team now has a clear core to build around.
Well, outstanding anticipation. George Hill, fantastic knowing when to rise for the pull-up jumper.
Young left side. Kicks it to Collins. Herter, he's guarded by Hill. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. So many aspects go into developing, Doris, a winning team, coaching players, all the front office moves. How much do you think ownership affects that equation?
Well, I think it's absolutely critical. Leadership starts at the top down. And what kind of organization do you want? What kinds of behaviors will you tolerate? What kinds of things do you emphasize in terms of what you want your culture to be about? And to me, that starts at the top. When you look at the organizations that have great history with sustained success, it starts at the top with ownership.
I like your word culture, though. That makes so much sense. The first one falls, and the Cavaliers with some changes. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Love. Johnson comes in for Kyle Korver. Rodney Hood subbed in for Hill. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. Taurean Prince comes in for Justin Anderson. Both shots good from the stripe. And the Cavaliers were so good at so many things last season, Doris, but the defense had lapses.
Well, you could go a step further and say the defense was poor over the last couple of years for the Cavaliers. When you look at the metrics, they were bottom three in a lot of those metrics. This is a team that relied on its offense to win games. They made no secret about that.
Hood for three. The rebound by Young. The Hawks trail by 4. Prince, right side. Back to Young. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Prince. How he performed last season. Put up about 14 points per, 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And that one falls for Young.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And so Young nails them both. Here's Johnson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Pass to Sexton. And the layup's good off the glass. Sexton's got his first bucket of the night.
You know, not bashful about positioning himself inside. Sexton knows he has what it takes to score from there.
Young dishes to Prince. The Hawks again can't hit. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Passes to Johnson. With the putback. Here's Thompson, and finally they hit one. Thompson's got his first bucket in this one.
You know, I think the activity level that Tristan Thompson plays with on missed shots is something every NBA player can learn from.
Hawks passing it around. Prince wide open. Hits the three-point bomb. Prince has got his second basket of the night.
Well, he works to find the open space behind the arc, and it pays off with the three. Nice.
Johnson right side. Trying to get open is Thompson, and the basket by Johnson. Johnson's got 6 points.
Exceptional focus. Boy, Johnson, a committed scorer on the interior. Defense has nothing for him.
Pass to Dedmon, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Rodney Hood. That's his first foul. Kent Bazemore's checked in for Atlanta. Collins passes to Prince. 6 to shoot. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
And that one falls for Prince.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. There's the pass to Johnson. Over Prince. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, obviously it's been an off night for him offensively, but give his teammates credit. They've bailed him out. He's still got time to turn it around.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Here's Sexton following the bucket by the Hawks. Here's Hood. He's coming off a 19-point game against Indiana. It's Prince on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. Prince kicks to Young. Back to Prince. Young taking his time here. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Sinks that one from the post. Young's got 4 this quarter.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Prince against Johnson. Will it go? Yep, that one goes in there. Johnson's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. The Hawks have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Young dishes to Prince. Bazemore against Hood. The kick out to Young. To the paint. And finished off by Collins.
You know, such a selfless player. I love how Young stays consistent in how he involves his teammates.
Now, here's Sexton. 17 points for him last game against Indiana.
And he was also a terrific creator in that game as well. His assist totals show you what a fantastic all-around effort it was.
Lenz checked in for John Collins.
Now into the lineup for the Hawks, Alex Len.
On the wing, Thompson. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Johnson. Misses off the right iron.
Boy, no idea why he went with the fadeaway. Had a clean look at the basket.
Alex Len, Doris, drafted number 5 overall. He shows flashes and has the physical ability.
This is why scouting is such a tricky business. You can see some raw talent, and then you have to wait for that talent to develop. Alex Len has the length that teams are looking for, but you also need to have floor spacing to operate your offense efficiently, and traditionally, that hasn't been part of Len's game.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit, and it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
The Hawks have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line, so that's a nice all-around effort.
The first free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
The Cavaliers making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in, and a switch here also for Atlanta. Vince Carter, he's checked in for Young. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Johnson outside to the right side. Now here's Sexton, defended by Carter. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Down low, here's Dedmon. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Dedmon's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Sexton the pass to Thompson. Clarkson against Bazemore. And stolen by Bazemore. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here. That free throw, no good. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Hood. And the second free throw, good. The Cavaliers trail by 7. Korver with it. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. He kicks it to Sexton. Clock at 6. Johnson outside. From deep. No good. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. They host the Kings after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Clarkson against Carter. Shot to stop the run. Carter with the block. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play. And that sends Jordan Clarkson to the free throw line. Vince Carter picks one up. The Cavaliers shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
One shot.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Kevin Love comes in for Johnson. And George Hills subbed in for Sexton.
And Jordan Clarkson is a player who is looking for his shot whenever he gets the ball. Can distribute enough, but it isn't his top priority. Very dangerous when left alone outside.
Tipped away. Hill against Bazemore. Carter right side. Hill with some nice D. And with Clarkson as good as he is outside, Greg, he prefers to shoot off the dribble than on the catch.
Yeah, and it's why Clarkson gets labeled a high-volume, low-efficiency guy. Terrific on catch-and-shoot chances. I think if he played more towards his strengths, he could put together a career year.
The three from Hill, rebounded by the Hawks. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Carter up top. He's covered by Clarkson. Lenka kicks it to Bazemore. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. And here's what Cleveland's schedule is looking like. On Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Charlotte where they'll take on the Hornets.
And for their matchup with the Magic, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Carter, the pass to Anderson. Chalk up 2 there. Anderson's got his second basket of the night. 1:51 left in the first half of the game. Hill finds Korver. And here's Love. He's covered by Anderson. Love the pass to Clarkson. From about 19 feet, Carter pulls it in.
Well, he continues to have trouble with his shot, well below 50% from the field in this period.
The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And now it's a 10-point Hawks lead.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
For 3, Love. The shot off that time. And Atlanta will come the other way. It's Vince Carter on the wing. He's covered by Clarkson. Bazemore against Hill. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
And so Clarkson will bring it up for Cleveland. It's a 13-point game. Left side, Love. Clarkson kicks to Hill. Looks good, is good. Bucket number 4 from the field. He's taken only 6 shots.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Now here's Bazemore. He's got 8. Now Anderson. Back to Bazemore. Rebounded by Korver.
Boy, they leave an area of the floor totally unprotected, and he lets it go to waste.
With his first shot attempt, Vince Carter grabs the miss.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. How do you guys get back in this game after the first half?
Make shots. I mean, we're getting good ones. I don't know what it is. We had the day off. Just need to get our legs under us in the second half, come out, go on a big run like we usually do, and we'll be fine.
We'll see how it goes. Thanks a lot, Kevin. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings, friends and neighbors. One half down, another half to go. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were on a nice little roll in that opening period as they got their lead up as high as 7 points. They played a determined brand of basketball in the second quarter and began to pull away as we reached the half. That 11-point lead must be looking good to them right now. And Shaq, what are your thoughts on how Atlanta played?
Well, one thing that stands out is how few turnovers they had. The offense looked in control. They were making nice passes, moving the ball, setting screens. The confidence just seemed to build, and the lead did too. They're a very steady team, keeping those turnovers down. That's the big factor.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Their defensive fundamentals have been atrocious. I mean, you see guys reaching instead of moving their feet. They're not getting out the shooters. They've dug themselves a hole, and the only way to get out of it is all 5 guys start defending the way they should.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
Welcome back, folks. So much to do here in downtown Cleveland and East 4th Street, right in the heart of it all. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Greg, there's no doubt. This guy has been superb at moving the ball and getting all of his guys going on the offensive end.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. The Cavaliers trail by 11. Love is the 4 with Thompson in the middle. Rodney Hood out there with Sexton. And it's Johnson in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's Sexton. Shot from the inbound, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Trae Young.
And because of the combination of strength and blazing speed, Sexton can get to the line at a high rate.
And Colin Sexton, when it comes to scoring, the man shows you a little bit of everything.
Loves to drive it, loves to attack inside, improving his consistency from range. But what I love about him is the aggressiveness. This guy is always in attack mode.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And the aggressiveness Sexton plays with is infectious. He motivates his teammates to play just as hard.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And, of course, Colin Sexton. His college team once had to finish a game with only 3 players.
Yeah, he scored 40 that night. I mean, almost led him to a victory. He loves to play under the bright lights, brings great energy and enthusiasm every night.
Now, here's Bazemore. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And stolen by Hood. Johnson outside. Kicks it to Sexton. At the elbow, it's Thompson. Johnson, that's for 2. That one bounces around and comes back out.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
And he makes that one.
I'll tell you, that's aggressive passing. Threading it down low and setting up the bucket inside. Really nice.
Sexton, the pass to Johnson. Five on the clock. Here's Sexton. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Shooting one.
And we're about a minute and a half here into the second half. It's Young on the wing. He's got 13. Bazemore on the wing. Covered by Hood. And Bazemore kicks to Collins. Hood against Bazemore. A shot missing.
Boy, terrific defense to impact the shot, not giving him any space at all.
Thompson, that's in there. Johnson with the assist. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, there are several ways that Thompson can be a factor on the offensive end, and he is still adding to that arsenal.
Young inside. In the corner, Bazemore with it. He dishes it to Dedmon. Back to Bazemore. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Bazemore's got 10 points in the game. Hood finds Thompson. Now, here's Sexton. Defended by Young. Pass to Johnson. Dedmon with the block.
I'll tell you, it'd be a big help if he could snap out of this cold streak. His shooting has been hurting them.
The putback, it's good on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 10.
Well, the height advantage in this matchup becomes a big factor when he's in the low box.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, couldn't agree more with this timeout. There are far too many turnovers to get any kind of offensive rhythm. You're just trying to mix things up here.
Larry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Hood deciding where to go with it. Knocked loose. And here's Young. 13 points in the game. A floater, and it's good on the layup. And now it's a 12-point Hawks lead.
And nice little floater right there. Give Young credit. He's developed the shots he needs to overcome his size limitations.
Now, here's Sexton. 9 points in the game so far. Now, here's Hood. He's covered closely. Shot clock at 6. And another miss by Cleveland.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
Passes it to Sexton. Feeds to Love. Over Collins. Kept alive. Hood kicks to Nance. Pass to Sexton. Johnson against Prince. Goes back up. Love. Johnson can't hit. The Hawks leading by 12. To the paint. Here's Dedmon. And Dedmon throws it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Here's Sexton, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And the nature of the beast. Sexton is just constantly in attack mode, looking to make a play.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
Colin Sexton. 2 shots.
Two.
Free throw good, Sexton.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
That one misses. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Prince outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Prince has got 4 points in the quarter.
And so far, they have been in complete control of this one. Just a well-rounded effort on the road.
Really just sheer dominance, going into enemy territory and flat out taking over this one.
Now here's Love. He's got 7, and he gets it to go.
And Love, a guy who can score from plenty of spots on the floor, and when he gets that kind of room, he will make you pay.
Young dishes to Prince. And Dedmon throws it down.
And Kevin, plays like that, really the reason they've got a nice lead right now. Just a great job on the glass.
And Greg, the jam and the follow gets their whole bench jumping. Look at them. They are really into it.
The other bench deflated because that was a rough sequence for the defense. They hated to give up those points, but did nothing to stop it.
Hood can't get it to go. Atlanta leading by 15. Now here's Prince. 14 points for him. A floater. No good that time. Good D by Johnson. Well, Cleveland shooting an ugly 27% since halftime. Launches it. Rebound, Atlanta.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench if he keeps shooting it like that. He has been putrid here this quarter.
Prince up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Prince's shot is good. Prince has got 16.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. As basketball becomes more global, we continue to see veterans come from abroad and doors make an impact as role players in the league.
You know what I love, Kevin, is great basketball players could come from any place in the world. And obviously, general managers now have got to expand their field of vision. They've got to have international scouting. But the NBA would be a lot less rich a place if we did not have Dirk Nowitzki, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker, the unicorn in New York City, Kristaps Porzingis. I don't care where players come from. All I want to know is, can they play basketball? And if they can, I want to watch them.
George Hill, the veteran point guard, Doris, still a factor on both ends of the floor.
Well, he's a knockdown shooter from three-point territory, George Hill, and he's physical and tough on opposing guards.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
Free throw drops for Hill.
Well, George Hill has always had the term pro attached to his name. Why? Well, he can make shots. He's willing to facilitate. He defends at a high level. Truly an incredible teammate.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for Sexton. Both free throws good from Hill.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Here is Carter. He has 6. Love against Len. Shot clock at 5. Anderson outside. And good that time. Anderson's got 8.
Now, Kevin, that's about the length and determination of Justin Anderson. It really makes him a handful to cover in the painted area.
Hill passes to Clarkson. It's back to Hill. Clarkson against Carter. 8 feet away. And Clarkson with the nice bucket inside. He's got 12.
How about Jordan Clarkson, the ability at his position to absorb contact and finish the play?
Herter, he's guarded by Hill. Carter outside. The Cavaliers pull it in. Nance has got his 4th rebound in this one. Outside Hill. From 13, rebound Atlanta. Herter, he's guarded by Hill. Korver against Anderson. And he banks in the layup. Anderson's got 4 points this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Anderson slams it in.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
Now here is Hill. He's got 13. Got a piece of it. To the inside. Here's Anderson. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, the amount of points they've given up here in the paint, that's what they got to talk about.
Well, I think they've got to ramp up the pressure. There's no excuse for letting them score at will in the paint. Make them feel you.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Thompson's checked in, and a change for the Hawks. Bazemore's checked in. Clarkson against Bazemore. Hill kicks to Thompson. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense.
Shooting the team for your Cavaliers. Kyle Korver, shooting 1.
Shooting 1.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
What I love about Kyle Korver is he consistently does what he does at an incredibly high level. You're talking about one of the great shooters of his generation, and he was a key part of their turnaround from the early struggles they experienced.
Now here's Nance. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Bazemore against Clarkson. The kick out to Hill. Just 2 to shoot. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. Doris Korver was as efficient as he's always been, but also seemed to hit some big shots for the team.
Well, Korver just fits in so well with what they try to do offensively. Even at his age, he keeps defenders honest from both the 2- and 3-point territories.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, it seems every season new records are set for the number of three-pointers made and attempted. It's proven to be successful, and of course, it is a copycat league. It's hard to know why it took so long for everyone to catch on, but now that they have, the effects continue to ripple throughout the league.
They sure have, David. Thank you.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Again, the Hawks good for 2.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this hot, a great chance to extend this lead.
Clarkson with the ball. He's got 12. Shoots the 3. Len grabs the board. Len's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the inside, here's Anderson. The shot, no good. Nance with some nice D. The Cavaliers trail by 20. Outside Korver. It's Hill on the wing. Shoots it up. Plenty of room to knock down the shot. Hill's got 17 now.
George Hill incredibly confident right now. Such an efficient scorer when he's in good rhythm.
Bazemore against Clarkson. Now Bazemore. Off with the layup.
He definitely got nervous at the rim. I mean, he needs to make sure he finishes strong.
And so it's Atlanta holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. Back right after this. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for Atlanta, Collins is out there with Alex Len. Then there's Kent Bazemore. Then there's Carter. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And a quick look at how Atlanta's schedule shaping up. They'll tip off a homestand starting with the Sacramento Kings. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Miami Heat.
And that game against the Knicks, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
He misses the free throw.
Yeah, Carter, just a freak of nature, one of the best dunkers the game has ever seen, a top-tier shooting guard who just embraces the spotlight.
Good on the second free throw.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers trail by 19. Clarkson finds Thompson. Hood with it. Back to Thompson. And the call will be against Alex Len. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th, and no doubt he would have liked to have not gotten it this soon.
And the Hawks making a change here. Young's checked in. Now the pass to Hood. Five to shoot. Basket good.
Rodney Hood is a remarkable athlete, and this guy tenacious when he cuts into open space.
And here's Bazemore. The dish now to Young.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Drills the three-pointer.
Well, the one thing about Clarkson, a little bit inconsistent from deep, so that's a welcome sight for his team.
Young inside. He's guarded by Hill.
Well, that's not easy to box out like that. It's just great footwork, and that gave him just the time he needed.
Anderson against Hood. The kick out to Hill. Thompson up top. Cleveland moving it around. Pass to Nance. Plenty of space. The shot, no good. And it's the Hawks taking it the other way. And here's Anderson for 3. Atlanta again missing. And here's Hill, who will bring it up for Cleveland. They've only given up 1 point in the 4th quarter. Here's Hood. Hits the outside fadeaway. Hood's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, don't underestimate the in-between game of Rodney Hood. This guy can make shots from just about anywhere.
And Young kicks it to Bazemore. Here's the teardrop. Not going to go that time. Good D by Thompson. Clarkson with the ball. And Young picks him up defensively. Offensive rebound. Hill. In the corner, it's Clarkson. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. The Hawks leading by 12. Young outside. Trains the three-pointer.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second three of the game.
For Cleveland, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Clarkson passes to Nance. Oh, Nance in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. To the middle, here's Len. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And the Hawks lead by 17.
Kev, the broad shoulders of Alex Len carrying more of the load inside.
Passes it to Hill. Rebound by the Hawks.
Boy, the defense collapsing and throwing him off balance on his way to the cup.
Anderson against Hood. Anderson finds Bazemore. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Johnson, he's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. And it's Sexton in for Hill. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedman comes in for Alex Len. And it's Taurean Prince in for Justin Anderson. Here's Sexton. Pass to Hood. Shoots over Bazemore. Off the left rim and out.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Now, here is Young. And Thompson sends it back.
That's where Thompson's length comes into play. You think you can sneak a shot over him, but he'll swat it right back at you.
And it's good, 2 points.
Boy, after an up and down first half, he's finally gotten a flow. These are the right shots for him.
Young dishes to Prince. He kicks it to Dedman. The pass to Young. 6 on the shot clock. The Cavaliers trail by 15. Johnson outside. Back to Hood. Pulls it up. And it's Hood again missing.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Johnson against Prince. And there it is for him. And the Hawks lead by 17.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
Well, really good awareness by the scorer. You're seeing an opening in the defense and exploiting it beautifully.
Kept alive. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. And Bazemore kicks to Prince. That 3 off the mark.
He had a make from downtown in the first half, but no threes since then.
And the foul on Kent Bazemore. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Love's checked in for Larry Nance.
Your Cavaliers, Kevin Love.
Here's Sexton. On the wing, Johnson. Lays it up off the glass.
Well, Johnson isn't just an outside shooter. This guy is a versatile, talented scorer in the paint.
Pass to Collins. Back to Young. In the corner, Bazemore with it. 6 to shoot. Love grabs the board. And it's Love with the ball for Cleveland. The open look here for Sexton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Sexton's got 9 points now in just the second half. The Hawks leading by 12. Young, right side. Knocked loose. Puts it up from 15. That one off the back iron and out.
and out of rhythm offensively, but he continues to work at it.
Well, you can see he's sputtering a bit, but he's trying to get going. I do like that he's continuing to be aggressive.
And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Sexton. And that's now 11 points for Love.
Every time you put Kevin Love in a screen and roll situation, he's so smart at making the right decision.
Prince, the pass to Young. Over Sexton. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Here's Bazemore, and Thompson sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Young, right side, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Tristan Thompson.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
And so he makes both from the line.
Oh my gosh, I just got that.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. Here's Sexton. On the wing, Johnson. Floats one, and the layup is up and in. Johnson's got 4 this quarter.
Well, you can't give up any space to Joe Johnson because he is outstanding scorer in the pick and roll.
Hawks passing it around. Bazemore for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Thompson's got rebound number 13 with that last one.
This has been one of those nights where he's really struggled. The team hasn't, but he has.
It's deflected. Out to the right wing. Sexton with it. Young's there. The shot by Sexton, no good.
He does everything right except drain the shot.
Prince fires, not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down. Cleveland's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Thompson surveying the floor. Young with the steal. Prince outside. Back to Young.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
Pass to Sexton. Kicks to Love. Out to the right wing. 4 on the shot clock. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Time called here. The Hawks decide to talk it over.
And Kevin, he saw his guys just a little sluggish out there. Oftentimes a timeout like this allows you to kind of just reset.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Trae Young.
It's a take-charge brand of basketball he's been playing tonight. His point total tells you all you need to know about just how good he's been. And once he got going, their game plan really became simple. Just get him the ball.
And at last, he gets a little redemption. You know, it's been several games since he's been at his best. He's really been having a tough time. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He told him one thing. He said, no mistakes from here on out. We've got a good lead. Don't take chances. No dumb fouls. Smart basketball the rest of the way. Guys.
Bazemore. No one around him. And a miss there on the triple. The Cavaliers trail by 10. That's a 2 from Hood. That's in, coming off the assist from Johnson.
Quick trigger from Rodney Hood. He takes no time getting the shot off after the catch.
Now, here is Young. Tight defense on him. Pass to Bazemore. And stolen by Hood. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, this team likes it best when Rodney Hood is aggressive on the offensive end. He's always looking to get to the stripe.
Rodney Hood. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7.
I think we know this about Rodney Hood, Kev. He will play hard on both ends of the floor, and he's a lethal shooter from range.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
Boy, did they need those free throws to go down. They're definitely within striking distance.
Now, here is Young. He's covered closely. 1:33 left to play here in the fourth. And so Hood will bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Sexton kicks to Love. And there's the feed to Thompson. Over Collins. They get it again. Love the pass to Thompson. Johnson against Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dedmon with the block. Here's the break. Here's Bazemore. Rebounded by Hood. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. He kicks to Johnson. Dishes to Sexton. Outside Hood. Count it!
Wow, Rodney Hood not shy in a big moment. How about the poise from the 2 guard?
And they go to the intentional foul. There's 37 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now, here's Dedmon. He's covered by Thompson. Back to Bazemore. And the dunk by Bazemore.
Oh, and he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back with an in-your-face stuff. Timeout called Cleveland. They're down by 6. 26 seconds left to play in the final quarter. 26 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Love dishes to Sexton. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Johnson. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
Well, Joe Johnson is exceptional at stepping up when things get tight.
And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Line for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore. At the line for 2.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5.
I just got that.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Boy, very productive trip to the line that time, and they're sitting on a nice lead now.
And whatever play they run has to be quick.
No time to waste. They have to score fast and then foul quickly.
Out to Hood. There's the triple. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Atlanta with the W. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they showed just what a tough-minded group they can be.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time